Morocco hosted the Afcon 2022, and we also saw where they did well for hosting that particular competition. Right now, Nigeria and Benin Republic will actually be joining hands together to co-host 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, the one they call Afcon. Welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, we'll be looking at that story first as we talk about Nigeria and Benin Republic may co-host 2025 Afcon. According to NFF President, that is Amaju Pinnick, he was talking and trying to say, okay, if from the way it is right now, Nigeria could be working with Benin Republic. After all, we did it in the year 2000 where we have Nigeria and Ghana co-hosting Ghana 2000 as at that time, and it could be happening again this time around. They are already putting up a bid to submit to CAF to see if they can host the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations between Nigeria and Benin Republic. Joining me to talk sports is Ibrahim Yusuf. Good to have you.
Great to be here, Adeni, as always.
Let's look at this. Well, despite the fact that we know about issues on ground here and there, but 2025 Afcon, if Nigeria can, I know other countries are also putting up bid, but Nigeria and Benin Republic. How do you see that?
If we can go it alone, let's go it alone. If we can't go it alone, let's leave Benin Republic to host it. The last time we co-hosted the Nations Cup, it didn't work out very well for us. We got robbed in our backyard. So if we are going to be superstitious, then co-hosting is really not for us.
It's not favoring us.
Co-hosting is really not for us.
So are you trying to say, okay, maybe if we should co-host again, it's possible that somebody will come here and then get the cup again.
And then rob us in our backyard. Not just winning. You understand? We got to the final.
We were robbed.
We got to the final, played a penalty shootout. I had to there orchestrated where he orchestrated, and we got robbed at the end of the day.
Ghana 2000.
So I don't think co-hosting is the thing for us. That's if we're being superstitious. But if we're looking at it from a purely football point of view, well, it's absolutely fantastic to get to host a tournament like that. It's really great. You know, a lot of people just focus on the footballing aspect. They don't look at how hosting an event like this builds the economy. You understand? Most especially
he was actually talking about the revenue you generate for Nigeria. A lot of people will come in, tourism.
Especially in the local economy, you have people coming in, you have people selling merchandise and all these things, and TV rights. A lot of things are in play when it comes to hosting these events, these tournaments. So from an economic point of view, it's a fantastic idea if Nigeria can be able to get it. But I think with the myriad of problems that we have right now, maybe we can be able to sort them out. We hope we can be able to sort them out before 2025 so that we can actually present a very good bid. But the problem is, we're bidding before that time, and if we're bidding now and submitting that bid right now, as it is right now, really Nigeria has too many problems to say that we can actually host this.
Someone was actually raising this that hosting this event where it's good to generate a lot of money. We have the state, at least we have Benin, we have Lagos, Uyo, we have Abuja that we can use as our, even Lagos. Yes, they are really working on that stadium, but are we really ready?
We're not
for this event.
That is what
2025 is so close. I don't think it's far away.
That is what I'm saying. We're not. I mean, like the last time I saw the MK Obiola Stadium,
it's been fixed. Let me just quickly
I know, but you know, look at the period between the time it was renovated
and the time it
was used as a disaster, because we all saw that it was
a mistake. In fact, a big mistake allowing that place to be used for MPFL and all that.
Exactly. I mean, like the local field in your area was looking better than that at some point. You understand? So when you look at situations like that, then definitely we're really not ready. We don't have the facilities right now to actually say we can do that. Attach that and any other problems as well that we have in and around the country. This now is not the right time for us.
Insecurity.
That's the major thing.
Electricity.
That is the major
thing. A lot
of
things.
No, when you talk about electricity, when we hosted Nigeria in '99, we had electricity issues.
At least lights went off.
But we did it. We did it. Even though NEPA was on standby. NEPA was on standby, but we still had power issues.
In 2025.
Yeah.
In 1999, I wouldn't forget that night that they actually took the electricity.
Yes, the power went off.
So if the power went off at that time, who says in 2025? Because I'm not actually trying to say we cannot. But a lot of things that we need to put in place, because out of paying for even the official, the PSN man, out of maybe he has not even received his salary, he will just decide to
take out the lights. You understand? So
out of anger.
We have a lot of things. We have a lot of things that we need to sort out before we start thinking about how we're going to host this or host that. If we can get it, it's fantastic.
And a lot of people could be afraid that with all that is happening in Nigeria, can we go there too?
Exactly. But the thing is, when you talk about issues of insecurity and whatnot, when the Afcon was hosted by Cameroon, there were lots of security issues.
I remember what happened to. That was the time Togolese team was attacked.
Exactly, you understand. So there were security issues as well, but the Afcon still went on, and at the end of the day, we can actually host it. We can host it,
but it's better we host alone.
But yes. For superstitious
purposes. We have at least Lagos, Abuja, Benin, we have Uyo. That's 4. If you have one more,
if we are going to be superstitious,
yes,
we should host it alone.
Let's not be superstitious.
Let's so that we cannot be robbed again.
Let's be football minded.
So if we're football minded, then we can actually either co-hosting or hosting it alone. It's a fantastic thing.
But Benin Republic, really, if they are co-hosting with us, the whole bulk will actually follow Nigeria, to be candid. Because I don't know, I'm not trying to underrate them, but how many stadiums do they really have?
Well, that's the thing. If you're co-hosting, how many stadia do you actually need? You need like just
5, at least 5.
No.
Solid 5.
Will it be up to 5?
Yes, good 5. Because you have how many teams that will be coming, so you can split them, each group into different.
Are you saying that Benin Republic now doesn't have the capability to give?
They'll have 2. One being low. Cotonou.
Let's say 3.
Give them 3. I'm talking about the standard.
Yes, give them 3.
Okay, 3. Agree. 3.
And then Nigeria will have the remaining 7.
How many?
The remaining 7.
We only, at least, if we can have 5 standard stadium, it's okay for the host.
Well, you know there's one thing.
So let's take 3. They take 2.
You need to talk about hotels. You need to talk
about
the transport system.
They have good hotels.
You need to talk about a good transport system. And apart from the main pitches, you have training pitches as well for each and every one of those teams.
When I was saying Benin Republic, you were talking as if you are from Benin. When I was mentioning it, okay, how many stadiums are we going to use? Both Nigeria and Benin. We have, let's say we need 6 or 5.
Or maybe, all right, maybe we should bring others in. Maybe we should bring in Chad and Niger Republic. They can bring 2 stadia each.
No, it will be nice.
We can bring 4 nations. We can bring 4.
No, it will be kind of 2 splitted. It will be 2 splitted kind of. Nigeria, Benin Republic, Chad, Niger. Come on, flying around. You know, after group stage, if you qualify for the next round, you move to another. You know.
Yeah, well,
then you're going to play semi-final. You have to come back to Nigeria. Come on, the logistics is not easy.
It's about logistics.
It's not easy. It's not even the co-hosting. Like somebody, if you look at the way Europe is right now, it's easier. Everything is working. Transport system is really functioning well. Nigeria 2000, Nigeria, Ghana. I remember what happened when some countries were complaining, moving from Lagos to Ghana and all that. It's not easy. Accra to Lagos, back and forth.
It's really not. When you talk about African countries, hosting tournaments, even interstate, I mean, like within the particular country, it's difficult. Talk less of having to cross borders from one place to another, no matter how close it seems to be geographically. I mean, like, so it's something that is very difficult for African teams, especially judging by the kind of infrastructure we have, most especially when you talk about transportation. It's a very serious issue. So maybe if we can go host with Benin Republic, fine. If we can't, then we either let them do it alone or we go at it alone ourselves. The main thing is for us to be able to get it. But I don't think both Nigeria and Benin Republic are in a position to start bidding for things like this now. Maybe we should look at maybe future tournaments if we can, but unfortunately I don't think we're right for it right now.
Okay, right now we've been talking concerning Nigeria and Benin Republic hosting maybe in 2025, coming from Amaju Pinning, NFL President, Nigerian Football Federation. Well, they are looking at that bid, bringing it up, but from the way it is, we wait to see what's going to happen concerning that joint bid coming from the 2 countries. Quickly, let's talk about Bayana. They did well, defeating, they won all their games at the African Cup of Nations for Women. They won 6 out of 6. Now they are champions of Africa, but they will be getting the same pay from South African Football Association President Safa president of Jordan, say, well, right now they'll be getting, each player will be getting $23,000 for winning the Afcon. Just the way they'll be paying the men, that's how they'll be paying the women. Henceforth, coming from SAFA president, Jordan, and you look at this, well, can this really happen in some other countries? It's happening right now in the US. They agreed to pay the players equally, and now South Africa actually adopted that same style.
I think your performances should actually determine whether you can get that or not. South African men, what have they done recently when it comes
since
to
1996?
I think they should even be paid less than the women, based on what they are putting out. You understand? So giving them equal pay, I think it's
so they should even pay the women more.
Exactly, you're even downgrading the women by putting them at par with the men. Really, when it comes to South African male football team, they haven't done anything worthwhile in recent years. You understand? Unless the one that Nigeria let them win in 1996, just like you said, because Nigeria didn't go. That was why they won.
If we had gone to that event, I'm sure
we would have blown everybody out of
1994, 1996, that squad was
exactly.
It was from the same squad they picked to Atlanta.
Exactly. It was an absolutely phenomenal team. We would have blown everybody out of the water. So we let them win that. We gave them that so that you can celebrate the removal of apartheid. We gave them that, so they won that. And after that dash that we gave them, they haven't done anything worthwhile. So I think really.
Then you that dash. How many did you win?
Well, we won it back.
Wait.
Boys came back and won
you that you have been dashing people the Afcon since that 1994 till when?
Keshi's boys
2013.
And we won it. And did they win it?
You can only say
this
when it comes to women football. You can only say when it comes to women football that okay, we're winning. We're so sure that we're winning back to back.
Exactly.
But for the men, we're not dashing.
But still, we dashed them 96. I can tell that to any South African today that we dashed them 1996. Okay. It was dash that we gave them. So when you look at it, since that time they haven't done anything worthwhile. Yes, the women haven't been all that fantastic, but they're on the rise now. They're African champions, and they're going to the World Cup. You can't say that for the guys. So I believe if you really want to reward South African women, you should pay them more than the men. And I think your performance should really determine whether or not you get paid equal salary or not. It's not because whether you're a man or a woman.
Or a woman.
Yeah, it doesn't make that.
It doesn't make any difference now. Coming from SAFA president, they are trying to change things there in South African football. As Jordan Dani, that's the president of the South African Football Association, has deemed fit that they will be paying the men and the women, the senior national team equally, just like US is actually doing right now with their own women's team too. Now let's talk about CAF, Confederation of African Football. Right now they've announced the amount that they'll be giving to champions of women, Champions League rather, prize money of $650,000, $400,000 to the winner of the competition, and $200,000 to the runners up there. Well, good one coming from Osepe. If you remember last time, the Melody Sundown ladies, they won it. Although an announcement was not made concerning that because they didn't agree on a particular price. But now it's been stated that $650,000 on ground for the finals. So the winner will get 400. I don't want to say the loser. The runner-up will get 250.
Yes, well, I think it's a good one, but I don't think it's enough, really.
Seriously, because when you see men getting 2 million, 2.5
is absolutely out of this.
Triple of that.
Exactly. I mean, like, even if you're not going to give them as much as the men, give them something that is almost.
At least, let's say, CAF can. CAF, at least they have sponsors.
The main thing that they always say is the men's game brings in more money than the women.
Agree.
That is,
but the women's one brings money.
That is what they say. Exactly. That is what they say. I believe whatever you should give them and something commensurate to what they do. I think performance should really determine how much money you get paid or how much you put into a particular thing. Women's football is on the rise in Africa. There was a period of time that it was unthinkable for you to talk about having a women's league in certain countries, but now we have it. Now we even have a women's Champions League. I mean, if the money is not there, lots of these people would not be interested in going into this thing. So I think as women football is on the rise in Africa, CAF should do its own bit. It's not just for male football. CAF is not a confederation of African male football. It's not that. It's African football. These women are Africans. They are African teams. They are African clubs. So they should be able to be encouraged just like the men are. So I think, yeah, 650 is fine, but at least bump it up to $1 million.
A million should have been better, at least making a round figure.
Exactly.
And then everybody can smile home.
Even if that is not enough, but still, at least we know that we're getting somewhere. Even if what I find, if they're starting at 650 now, maybe they should announce yearly increments. You know, when it gets to, and then before we get to where we need to get. You know, I think that's something good. Even the CAF Champions League now is not as big as it used to be.
The way you are pointing at me as if I'm the CAF president.
Yeah, exactly. You're in cahoots with CAF. You understand? I think you and I will have a conversation after this show.
You are pointing at me.
You and I will have to have a conversation.
I didn't do it.
You and I will have to have a conversation after this show.
What's a way to go?
I think you and CAF.
Don't worry, I'll give you
exactly.
Well, we've been talking about CAF announcing the amount that will be following the CAF Women Champions League. $650,000 right now, $400 to the winner, $250 to the runners up there. A good one, at least finally you have an amount of money to be fighting for when it comes to CAF Women Champions League. And from the way it is, we'll be having Bayelsa Queens representing Nigeria, and hopefully they can turn things around this time, because Rivers Angels didn't really do well at the tournament. They were really below par. But now we are hoping and believing that the ladies from Bayelsa will be able to do well at the competition, although they will play the zonal qualifiers. From there, they will go and play in Morocco for the finals, where 12 teams will be slugging it out. Let's see what they will be doing there. Wishing Bayelsa Queens all the best. Now, quickly, we run through some transfer stories. Frankie de Jong would only leave Barcelona for Chelsea. He's been avoiding Manchester United deal, although Man United will pay more, Chelsea will pay less. But he says he prefers to move to Chelsea rather than going to Manchester United.
We've said this before. Frankie de Jong does not want to go to Manchester United. That is just the plain truth of the matter.
But he
does not want to go. If you are taking that guy to Manchester United, he's going to go kicking and screaming. Barcelona want to sell him, yes, so that they can get
they should pay him his money too,
so that they can get his wage bill off their books.
Yeah.
You understand? They want to do that.
They want they are owing him.
Unfortunately, it's only Manchester United that are coming for him right now, and he does not want to go. He has made it absolutely clear that he doesn't want to go. And unfortunately, you see, this is a guy that is unhappy, because he's seen Barcelona splash the cash on bringing in new players.
So why
millions,
can't they?
And they are not paying him his back pay.
It's painful, very painful.
It is very painful. And I don't know what he has against Manchester United. I think he's looking
I'm not blaming, even whatever, I'm not blaming for not wanting to go to Manchester United, because one, you are bringing in players. You are paying for Lewandowski, paying for all these guys that you are bringing in.
Yes.
You are owing me. Why don't you pay me my money?
Exactly.
If you want me to leave, I will leave. Pay me.
At least that's what they should have done first. They should have paid him and then sat down to discuss. All right, fine. Are you going to renew? You're not going to renew. All right, so this is a bid that we received from these people. Kindly pack your bags and go. But it's not that he doesn't want to leave Barcelona. If the right offer comes, I think he will leave Barcelona.
He will leave.
He just doesn't want to go to Manchester United.
And now, I don't know if Chelsea are really serious about getting him, because if you say we prefer to go to Chelsea and Chelsea are not ready,
Do Chelsea need him? That is one thing that you look at.
Because when the issue of Ronaldo came up, a lot of people were like, oh, it's Chelsea, it's PSG, it's Bayern, and all of them were saying, no, we never be.
A lot of managers don't want, it's the agents name drop here and there, you understand? There was a transfer saga concerning Ronaldo with Manchester City and Manchester United.
Of course.
Later on, Manchester City came and they never bid for Ronaldo in the first
place. You know, at times the way press actually pick this story up, because it's Ronaldo. They know they will make headlines.
And the agents themselves, the agents drop these names so that they can generate interest and bring in a bidding war, and then before you know it, they're getting hefty commissions to go home with. A lot of people are saying that when you hear a free transfer, people actually believe that these players are going for free.
Yes.
A lot of these free transfers are more expensive than
the
real
main
transfers.
Of
when you talk about agents' commissions and salaries and bonuses and all this that you actually pay, some of these free transfers are actually huge sums of money that get paid to agents. And these agents make a lot of money, a huge amount of money. So they name drop. They say, okay, fine, these guys are looking for these guys are looking for this guy. And those teams never even mentioned those guys, even in a meeting. They've never had any meetings with them. But they come and say that, and then interest will be generated. So I think it's the same thing with the Chelsea thing. I don't think any team is coming for Ronaldo as it is right now.
Citing the case of Ronaldo in the place of de Jong right now, well, maybe Chelsea is not even making any move. From the way it is, all Barcelona needs to do, settle this pay, and let him say, maybe, okay, let me go back to where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no give him his back pay, and I believe once they do that and they sit down and discuss, he will be reasonable. He will be reasonable, even if he doesn't go to Manchester United. I think he's just scared about the amount of work that he needs to put in Manchester United.
Or is he afraid of competition?
Not really afraid of competition. Is there any competition in Manchester United?
Of course.
Where's the competition in Manchester United? Who is the competition in Manchester United? Who's the competition in Manchester United?
I know what to do. So Man United fan will leave you on the
Harry Maguire.
We've been talking about some transfer story now. Quickly, let's talk about Newcastle United. They have the cash, but they are going for some players in person of Timo Werner. Timo Werner is a Chelsea player. They also want him out. But from the way it is, Newcastle United, a place at St. James Park, could be moving for him. The Magpies are really trying to see if they can get him. And that would be nice. I would actually want to see him moving to St. James Park. Maybe this time around he can actually score against Chelsea. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe a move to Tyneside might be a good thing for Timo Werner. I think right now Chelsea is really not working out. To use this word, the marriage between Timo Werner and Chelsea is actually not working out. Yes, I think maybe they need to separate a little bit. You know, have some alone time, and maybe that might be the good for him to be able to bring his career back to where it used to be. But going to St. James, it might be a good thing, going to St. James's Park. But I really would like to see Timo go back to Germany. I think that is where he had his...
He came from Leipzig, right?
Exactly.
That's
where he
back.
played his best football. So I think he should try to go back there. Maybe he can discover the joy of playing football again. Because right now I'm looking at a player that is really not happy. And
he's not.
And Timo has a lot of talent. He's an exceptionally talented player. But I think Chelsea is just not working out for him. So, and if he wants to rediscover the joy of playing football again, I think he should go back to Germany.
Recently, we've seen a lot of players just move to clubs, and it's not the incessant way that we're having players not picking at other clubs they move to. For example, a big club coming to buy them from another club with a huge amount of money, and it's not clicking. Lukaku, Eden Hazard, Timo Werner. You have a lot of them. In fact, you can mention 10. That is not before few. But now it's getting so very common and very normal now that they buy a player a very huge amount of money and they move and it will just click. Look at Sanchez.
You know, sometimes it comes with where you move and where you're coming from. You understand? Some people change leagues, and when they change leagues, they change countries, and all that upsets their balance. You understand? And some stay so long where they are, so they're in their comfort zone. Once they leave that place, then you have problems. You know, it's just like a Messi when he going to PSG. He hasn't hit the heights that we know Messi can actually. Because he did not. He has stayed so long in Barcelona. That's his comfort zone. So he's stepping out now. It's actually been a bit difficult for him to adjust to the.
Maybe this season he will actually do something.
Maybe he can be able to do something.
But Ronaldo, it worked for Ronaldo.
It worked for Ronaldo when he left.
Everywhere.
When he left Lisbon, came to Manchester United.
It has worked for him.
When he left Manchester United, went to Real Madrid to Juventus, and even now when he came back last season,
that's what I'm saying. He came back last season.
He did amazing. I think he's just one of those players that can actually do well anywhere.
Wherever it is,
wherever it is you put him.
Even your Zlatan Ibrahimovic, when he moved to Barcelona, he didn't work out.
He didn't find it when he had
issues.
He had a torrid time in Barcelona. I think that is where his rift with Pep actually came about. Him and torrid. He had a very torrid time under Pep Guardiola, and it was terrible. But Ronaldo did it everywhere he went. That's why a lot of people are saying that he is the original GOAT, because he went to other places and proved himself. You understand?
Statement.
Yes, unlike other people who stayed in one place for a very long time and went.
But I like Totti. Totti didn't just stay with his Roma. He stayed with his Roma and he retired.
Played his 20 plus years in AS Roma, retired as
I think this guy did it also okay. Later he moved. Di Piero moved to MLS.
Yeah, he went to MLS and played and played a couple of seasons. And but we have some players who have actually done that.
One man club.
Yes, exactly. One club man that actually does. We all thought Messi was going to be that. You understand? Maybe at the end of the day, you'll go back to
Barcelona. It's already been mooted. No, they're already mentioning that maybe Messi will come back to Barcelona from the way it is. Maybe next year.
Well, I think he'll be the one
to go back to Argentina.
To pay them. Of course, he'll probably go to New Old.
Okay, let's go. Before we go quickly, the last one. Chelsea are considering move for Leicester's French defender Wesley Fofana plays well with Leicester City, but Chelsea right now, they want to get him. They are going for after a lot of players, and it's not working out, so they want to go after this one.
Wesley Fofana is, the thing is, they have been tracking Jules Koundé for a very long time.
And it's not working. Barcelona is almost getting that player.
Barcelona is trying to hijack that deal, and I think it comes with the player's will as well. I think Koundé has a problem with coming to Chelsea.
He loves Barcelona.
And he wants to go to Barcelona, so I think that's why, because they've been after him since last season, So I think going for a player in the mold of Wesley Fofana will be a good deal for them, because they're probably in the same mold. You understand? Not as experienced as Koundé is, and I think it will be a cheaper deal for them as well. But Fofana is also a fantastic player, a phenomenal defender, has very good awareness, and he's young and he can actually deliver for them. And Chelsea have the cash now to splash, so I think they can be able to.
So instead of running after Koundé, they should just go for him, get him, at least let him move in. And Azpilicueta, Alonso, Barcelona, we are not selling because they are not ready to sell.
No, but the thing is, it's not a question of them selling; it's them getting a replacement. You understand? Because right now they are trying to fix that defense. They're really trying to fix that defense.
Rudiger is gone.
Rudiger left. Christensen left. Zuma has already gone. They're trying to fix that defense that they actually have. So now, if they still lose Alonso and Azpilicueta as well, it's going to be really, really tough for them to find replacements within the short time that they actually have. So that's why I think they don't want to lose them to Barcelona. That's why you have words now being exchanged, words like disrespect and all that being bandied around, because I think Chelsea don't appreciate the raid of Barcelona raiding them for their players.
They are not happy at all. Well, right, looking at what has been happening between Chelsea and Barcelona there concerning Jules Koundé and some players. That will be it on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Ibrahim Yusuf, thank you very much.
Had a great time.
And I am Adeni Ajijave. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.